Well, as markets react to the first days of the Trump administration in Washington, our next guest says North American markets will move up to 10% higher until the honeymoon with the new administration is over. Let's bring in Mary Hagerman, Senior Portfolio Manager of investment advisor Raymond James. She joins us from downtown Montreal. Mary, thanks a lot for joining us. How decisive are market perceptions of shifting U.S. White House policy right now in stock markets in North America?
Well, I think it's a difficult week to use the word decisive. I think so much is unpredictable and uncertain at this point. And just to be clear, the next 10% move in the market, I do think is probably up. I think we're in a honeymoon phase with Trump. We've seen so much energy, like Trump just bursting out of the gate after he was sworn in on Monday. And I think that's going to continue. The momentum will be positive. We probably won't go up in a straight line, but it's pretty clear that we are in a honeymoon right now. And it could last, give or take, some fluctuation, up to a 10% gain before we start to see some cracks in the ceiling.
Do you think the S&P 500 can finish the year with another double-digit percentage gain?
No. I think we were blessed in 2003, 2004, two back-to-back years that were really strong. It would be highly unlikely that we finish so strong in 2025. But I do think that we could have a positive market. It's just that investors are going to have to manage their expectations accordingly and be prepared for the type of volatility that goes with all the unpredictability we've seen so far.
Okay, you like small caps. You're in the camp that there will be a rotation out of the mega cap tech stocks into smaller cap stocks, and you like a number of Canadian listed exchange traded funds that capture the small cap sector.
Well, for sure, you can buy U.S. small cap on the Canadian exchange in U.S. dollar or CAD, or you can go straight to the U.S. exchange and get, especially if you're buying a sector like the Russell 2000, you can go straight to the U.S. exchange. I do think that it's time for the market to start to broaden. We did see that begin to appear throughout the latter part of 2024. I think it will continue. I think we've seen some very strong momentum from the big cap names, and it's time for the broadening of the market to take hold. And especially since I think 2025 can still be positive. I think those positive returns are going to be helped by momentum in the small cap.
One sector that you're not adding to or avoiding altogether is energy, one of the big parts of the Canadian stock market.
Yeah, it's so unpredictable. Now, I do own Canada in a broad-based exchange, so it does mean that I have energy in the index, but I'm certainly not looking at any specific sector weightings, either in Canada or U.S. with regards to energy. It's just too hard to get your head around right now. And if you heard the President Trump speak today, he made it very clear that he was disappointed that Saudi Arabia wasn't bringing down the price of oil to assist in settling the conflict in the Middle East. But it does appear that the conflict is improving, that we are getting closer and closer to a possible midterm solution. So that is obviously not so good for the price of oil. And I just think that with Trump's intention to drill, baby, drill, it could just bring more oil to the market that will put pressure on the barrel.
The Canadian energy subindex also includes the uranium companies. Cameco had a big move yesterday on a high-profile fund manager's purchase. Do you have any thoughts on the uranium sector?
Well, actually, I do like uranium. So when I talk about energy as a sector, I'm pretty much focusing on broad-based oil and gas. But I do think that uranium as a proxy for other forms of energy is a good solution. But it's highly volatile. We are in the period that favors the price of uranium. We'll see what it looks like in the fall, but that's often when it takes a step back.
Okay, you like technology, but you're focused on tech stocks outside of the so-called Magnificent Seven. What are some of those stocks that you like in tech?
Well, I think, as I had said before, if you go into tech stocks that are more smaller cap names, now if you're buying an index, which I like to do, you'll often get the tech with the Magnificent Seven there. They're just too big. They're all over the place. But I think that if smaller cap names that you can pick up with the NASDAQ 100 would be advantageous to a portfolio if you're looking for names that are U.S. based. Here in Canada, it's pretty concentrated. But yeah, so I'm looking for smaller cap names within a broad-based index.
Mary, thank you a great deal for this conversation. Mary Hagerman, Senior Portfolio Manager.